And we will get started. Okay. We are good to go. All right. Well, yeah, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate you taking time out of Friday to join me here for this, Grandstream VideoTalk. So whether you're joining either directly through IP VideoTalk here, or you're watching on our Facebook page, or going live with this, or just checking this out, because we are going to kind of save this video and use it as a future resource for everyone on Partner Connect and our future for our future resellers and sellers to use. Appreciate you guys being here. A few things before we get started. If you have questions, please go ahead and use that little Q&A box if you're with us through the IP VideoTalk portal. You can find it at the bottom right of your web page there as you're watching. Let's see, if you're on Facebook, feel free to just leave a comment. Otherwise, if you're one of our future viewers, feel free to shoot us an email or anything as well. So today we're basically just giving a quick overview of Grandstream, kind of what we have in our solutions, and also how you, the reseller, installer, basically our partner, should go about talking about our various solutions and our overall total solution, we call it. So like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to use that Q&A box. If you're experiencing any technical difficulties, go ahead and use that chat. We also have Phil in here. He'll be able to help you out a little bit, but with no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to share a presentation real quick. Okay. So yeah, everyone, so like I said, today we're going to be talking about promoting, discussing, and selling Grandstream. Basically, I'm sure you've all had your fair experience, whether it be selling our IP phones, maybe a few conferencing solutions or two. You've had your experience kind of dealing with maybe various technical issues, configuring, provisioning, but let's talk a little bit how you should kind of talk about Grandstream, how you should position it on your website, any type of email or social media marketing you do. This will basically help you really send a good message about what Grandstream is all about, how our various solutions can assist your customers, and what it delivers to your clients. So real quick, just about Grandstream. We were founded in 2002. We have over 600 employees. We have a really wide product portfolio, containing everything from our business conferencing, our IP phones, gateways, and so on. Primarily serving that small to medium-sized businesses, SMB market, and consumer markets, and I'll go a little bit more into that today. We have plenty of offices located all around the world here. Something we always like to show off a little bit. We're always so incredibly proud whenever we get any type of awards whatsoever. We definitely keep getting them, whether it be our ITSPA award, Internet Telephony awards, Frost & Sullivan for our overall IP Endpoint Company award. It's really always super, it's really great whenever we get nominated for these type of things. We just like to kind of point it out a little bit. All right. So overall, we're talking about Grandstream, how we're kind of empowering businesses and users. This is kind of one of the first three talking points that, when it comes to talking about Grandstream, promoting it, maybe sending out an email to potential customers and clients. what you should talk on. So main things that, our solutions make traditionally expensive and complicated devices affordable and intuitive for businesses. So, your customers basically can very easily, instead of having these vast, complicated, huge solutions that require, constant configuring, provisioning, and management, it's a very affordable and intuitive solution that is very robust, very powerful. Delivers a customized solution that's perfect fit for your clients. So basically, if you use a reseller, you can definitely advertise and market us as this type of solution that can be incredibly customized depending on what your client needs, and really depending on any business deployment scenario. Mainly contributing to that is our huge product width, which I'll kind of go into a little bit more. And of course, last one is that we really focus on productivity driving communications and networks, primarily to empower users to be able to communicate and collaborate with each other efficiently and effectively. So, these are definitely three main key points you want to keep in mind. I'll leave this here for a second. Keep in mind this presentation will be available, afterwards as well. So if you miss anything, don't worry. So yeah, a big thing that we like to talk about here is our quote-unquote total Grandstream solution. This is just because we have everything from our IP telephony options, that's our audio phones, video phones, ATAs, gateways, all the way to our security products as well. Everything in between there with our business conferencing and our networking products. So just to give a quick overview of them before we really dive into them themselves. IP telephony is really one of our big legs of the business. It's basically pretty much one of our strongest and most vetted, legs solutions that we have. We offer just a wide variety of innovative and unified communication devices. So, really we have everything here from our basic to high-end IP phones I'm sure you all have experience with, IP video phones, cordless DEC in Wi-Fi phones. We're really heading into the voice over Wi-Fi market. We actually just released the WP820 yesterday, so that's our really highly anticipated enterprise portable Wi-Fi phone. If you're looking for more information on that one, I really suggest checking out our product page. Next one is our business conferencing solutions. This is our innovative conferencing, really empowering small to medium businesses, especially though when we have our IPVT10, focusing more on the enterprise video conferencing market, it being an enterprise video conferencing server. Main point with this leg is just how it empowers basically small to medium businesses with pretty robust video conferencing experiences that usually used to be pretty much reserved for enterprises and bigger businesses. Of course, we have our networking solutions. This is one of our more newer solutions. So this is everything from our access points, our router, our GWN cloud, cloud controller, everything like that. Definitely assists in making just these really high, fast-paced, industry-leading kind of Wi-Fi networks for your customers, for your users. And like I said, we'll be diving into this a little bit more. And last but not least, of course, is our IP security. Some of the newest additions to this being our facility access systems with the GDS 3710 and the GDS 3705 releasing pretty soon here. All right, so that's just a quick overview of the four. We'll go in a little bit more detail. First, let's go back and kind of keep looking at the total solution, as we call it. So, this is everything of how our access control points, our networking systems, our conferencing, IP telephony, our analog devices, of course, our IP PBXs are all designed to integrate and work together to create a really robust, powerful solution that you can deliver and customize to clients. So big thing you kind of want to promote is, like I said, that customized bit. It's customized to fit the way your customer's business functions. So, really depending on anything, if it is a standard office space, manufacturing and warehouse grounds, you can really customize the solution to be exactly perfect, be exactly what your customer needs. Other key points to mention definitely is feature-rich functionality. All of our devices are just loaded with different things, so you can really set up that communications network the way your customer needs it. We have our wide range of devices, just so if you need mobility, you can do that. If you need to be able to connect over Wi-Fi and have voice over Wi-Fi is a huge thing of a deployment, that's available. Everything from basic IP phones to high-end to, of course, our enterprise video phones, all available here. No licensing fees is always an important thing to point out. Your customers will never have to deal with any type of reoccurring, type license when it comes to our UCM IPBXs that they would have to deal with other deployments. Of course, we have our flexible deployments, kind of working in that customability, but really flexible the way your customer needs to do business and supporting that. We're open source, so we do work with many third-party devices as well, so integrating it into an already existing deployment, very easy. And of course, with our constant firmware upgrades, enhancements to our solutions, all for free, by the way, as we know, we're future-proof for your customers. That's always a big thing. You really want to be able to advertise and promote to your customers that you can have a solution and it's not something they'll have to constantly keep updating every 2 years, buying new devices, everything like that. It's really made to last. So key verticals, you guys kind of want to maybe take a look at if you're newer to our solutions here. Like I said, the small and medium businesses for those complete deployments really benefit the most, especially when it comes to our IPBXs and IP phones coming together. We're looking when it comes to large businesses and enterprise, definitely receive huge productivity boosts. With our IP endpoint deployments, very commonly we see these massive deployments with our high-end phones or even our more basic IP phones when just basic call features and functionalities are needed. But those are two of the big ones you kind of want to focus on. When it comes to other verticals, we're looking at offices, education spaces. We see a lot of deployments. Construction and warehousing, definitely big when it comes to that mobility and also collaboration. And of course, hotel sectors we see all the time. All right, so moving along. Some advantages for your customer that you definitely want to be sure that you're communicating in any type of, maybe more so when you're discussing this face-to-face, maybe more so when you're sending out direct marketing literature or anything like that. You really want to just focus on the enterprise-grade features and how they all integrate together to create a modern office. Modern office is definitely one of the bigger things you want to point out here as well. A lot of people, especially in the small to medium business sector, we're seeing a big increase of these more hybrid office deployments, hybrid deployments that kind of bring the best of both worlds when it comes to individual productivity and group collaboration, especially when providing that mobility to easily move throughout an office space. Definitely hinges on Wi-Fi and sort of mobile-centric devices. Of course, we also have lower costs for initial deployments and maintaining the network, the intuitiveness and the simplicity of managing and configuring the devices. Definitely help a lot, and of course that also helps you as a reseller. A little bit lower of a turnover time means you can take on more jobs. Of course, free enhancements, no licensing fees, and the easy scalability is something to point out. When a customer grows, they're not going to want to have to deal with the huge headache of buying more and more devices and then going through this whole fiasco of setting them all up. Don't have to deal with that, especially since we delivered the zero configuration capabilities. Definitely a key point to point out to customers. All right, so let's go into marketing the individual solutions here. So when it comes to UC solutions, we have up top here maybe a good way you can definitely describe it in any type of literature you want to send out or any type of content, whether it be emails or if you're active within social media or even just on your website, or even if you're just looking for a way to describe it. Our unified communication solutions help drive productivity and collaboration in your business. It's a very easy way to kind of paint a whole picture about it in a quick way. We really do this with just seamless call experience, customized for each user. I keep using the word customized. It's definitely a big thing here. It's a huge advantage that you guys have as resellers and installers, as partners of ours, by having so many options to really be able to deliver the perfect experience for the customer. Robust management of voice, video, and mobile communications with the UCM series of IPBBX. We definitely hear all the time just how ridiculously powerful the UCM series is, and of course we constantly look to update it with the most modern and feature-loaded capabilities that offices really need today in order to stay productive. Modern offices with voice over Wi-Fi deployments, VoE Wi-Fi, as we're seeing, it's definitely something that's starting to come up more and more and more. We've been hearing it more and more from our resellers and installers, and of course we're looking to support that with our new portable Wi-Fi phone, and then of course we have desktop Wi-Fi phones, even our Wi-Fi conferencing options. Definitely a sort of newer, more way to do business. I'm just going to take a quick sip of water here, and then we'll keep trucking along. All right. So some of the key benefits of our UC solutions that's really important to point out here to your customers and clients. Let's just kind of jump through them. Our essential call handling features to our advanced high volume call control. This kind of speaking more towards our IP phones, our DEC phones, portable Wi-Fi phones, and our video phones. We definitely have that full suite of features in the high-end solutions with the GXVs and the 2100 series. But definitely when it comes to just more basic call handling features that are simple, intuitive, we have that 1600 series as well. The call queue, IVR, zero config support, and customized phone systems. That comes with the IPBBXs. Definitely important thing to point out is how really just however your customer needs to set up their phone system, they can do it. If call queues are needed, it's fully supported. Multi-layer IVRs if they need to be able to direct calls and bounce them around an organization. Zero config support so they can really rapidly sort of set up any type of deployment that they need, especially when you're deploying new and scalable solutions basically. Complete desktop experience with IP video phones back with our Android operating system. This is always a big deal when it comes to sort of creating a full desktop multimedia experience. Really helps drive productivity when it comes to having our GXV devices, and of course the Android operating system allows your customers to be able to access the applications that they really need in their job to stay productive, stay busy, and stay efficient. Last but not least, big benefit to your customers to be sure to mention is just that employee mobility while not sacrificing communications capabilities, whether it be through our DEC solution or our new Wi-Fi portable phone. You can really deploy mobility for your customers without them having to sacrifice that sort of communication capabilities. They don't have to roam around and work with their work with their coworkers without, basically staying connected. They do have that capability, so you can keep your customers happy while they can keep their customers happy while also keeping their employees collaborating and productive. All right. So our conferencing solutions. Here's a quick way to talk about it. Quick little quote you could say: turn your meeting rooms into virtual collaboration spaces with Grandstream's conferencing devices. That's definitely a main point that we want to create here, is that we really create these enterprise level productivity features at an affordable price. We definitely notice that there's a huge lack in small and medium businesses who need and want these great virtual collaboration capabilities that enterprises have. And we were able to create the GBC 3200 series and of course the 3210 as well. When it comes to setting up meetings and such, it has the no hassle IP VideoTalk meetings, WebRTC browser support, so people will be able to join and collaborate and work together from anywhere. Really enhances multi-site productivity by including that sort of visual communication. Communicating visually, anyone who's in sales will tell you, has a huge support of being able to whether just work together, close deals, etc. Of course, too, when it comes to more enterprise-grade deployments, we do have the IPv10 enterprise conferencing server, a great way to just internally and externally bring people together within any enterprise, and sort of give people that quick one-click start meetings and work together from your desktop capability. So key benefits that you'll want to point out definitely for our conferencing solutions here, sort of bringing that affordable collaboration options to help small and medium businesses, big thing. You can set up any type of meeting space that they want, and just with being able to click like you can see in that picture there, a GBC 3210 just to the top of a TV, boom, you have a virtual collaboration space where they can easily work together with whether it be customers, maybe other office sites, or anyone remotely. It's interoperable with most third-party solutions for easy integration to existing deployments is another big benefit. So, if you're sort of deploying into a solution where customers may kind of want to protect their initial investment and they still want to scale up a little bit, you can easily bring in Grandstream solutions and integrate it together. Not a problem there. Of course, the ease of use focus for both hosts and attendees. There's nothing more frustrating than someone setting you an invite for a webinar and you not being able to join it, or a webinar for a meeting and there's constant passwords in the way, or you need to download a software onto your computer in order to join. You don't have to deal with any of that when it comes to our solutions with IP VideoTalk. Really ease of use focus of just being able to join via browser and really participate. All right, jumping over quickly to our marketing networking solutions here. Marketing our network solutions. Good way to describe this is that through Grandstream, you can say that your organization can enjoy lightning fast and Loctite wireless networks. It's really about creating a Wi-Fi experience for your customers that either their users, or maybe if they have public networks, those users can easily take advantage of access to the internet via whatever devices they like. The GWN series creates reliable and powerful wireless networks. In order to achieve this, a lot of our all of our access points really focus on that high and powerful throughput while being able to support a lot of clients, especially when it comes to GWN 76,000 LR for more of those sort of maybe warehouse deployments of huge open spaces where Wi-Fi and connection is needed. Businesses are able to ensure collaboration for their users by supporting seamless roaming and mobility. Once again, I'm using that word there, mobility. It's definitely a big trend that we're starting to see in office deployments, is being able to support customers to keep them mobile so that they can collaborate with each other, work with each other, while still staying individually productive. It's a really big thing. Of course, we have a captive portal and advanced security for deployments of public Wi-Fi networks as well. It's a great way to sort of support these type of wireless networks. So for your clients and your customers that have to access, have a public side and maybe an employee side, this is definitely an important thing to point out to them. Definitely a really big selling point. All right, so key benefits you really want to point out to your customers is the QoS standards that we have within our access points. They'll prioritize network traffic to really maximize data performance for all the customers. So it's able to really prioritize data usage, whether it be through IP voice, whether it be through video, downloading large amounts of information, or just background internet usage. We definitely support QoS standards to be able to prioritize that, to make sure that people who need the most data at the current time are getting it. Nothing more annoying than slow internet. I think we can all agree with that. Another big point you want to give to your customers is the multiple channels for public and private facing networks. This is a big thing within retail and commercial environments as well. Wi-Fi is almost pretty much expected no matter where you go nowadays. You'll see anyone from just the local coffee shop to any type of larger type of facility, museums, etc. Wi-Fi is pretty much expected by customers pretty much everywhere nowadays. That can really easily be delivered and kept safe too, which is important. Easy scalability with the controllerless access points. Our access points have built-in controllers, and we also have that cloud managing system, GWN.cloud. It's more so for you to be able to manage, massive deployments and several deployments from one really easy to use online portal. But scaling up a GWN solution within any type of facility is crazy easy as a result of that. Really helps keep it not complicated and fast, simple. Of course, we have above industry standard range as well. More range means less access points, which means that a deployment can definitely support more people with essentially making it a little bit more affordable for your customers, which is always a good selling point. Okay, last but not least, marketing our IP security solutions. Here's something you can say about it. Facility management and security integrated into your communication solution to maximize organizational protection. How do we really do this? Key things to point out is you manage your facilities and you can keep them secure through advanced access security. This could be done both through our security and through our security cameras, and of course through our GDS systems, facility access systems. All of our devices have the capabilities to track, manage, and record access to any part of the facility. Especially when it comes to the GDS, you can actually track, depending on who's using the code, who's giving access, who's sort of releasing the door and allowing it to open. Definitely all really important things. All that information gets logged. Proactive notification based on security events to keep all users notified aware. So in situations where everyone's going to need to be aware of who is entering and exiting, or maybe there is a security team or facility staff that need to know when doors are being opened, when people are accessing securities, or need notifications when people may be somewhere that they're not supposed to be, you'd be able to do that with our devices. Okay. Just two kind of key benefits you want to say for our IP security solutions to your customers. The GDS series of facility access devices actually also doubles as a facility management tool. Definitely a key thing to point out to your customers is that through the GDS manager, not only can they kind of basically make it so that people can only enter and exit, but you can set up the times they can do it. You can set up different, groups and give them RFID cards and different priorities. So essentially, let's say, for example, for a school or a hotel deployment where you can have users, the actual clients entering and exiting, then you'd also be able to have the actual, facility staff entering and exiting. You'd be able to completely log when this happens as well, who's using their cards, who's using their codes, etc. Video streaming to GXV multimedia phones and GXP 2100 series of IP phones. And I should also mention, actually, the WP820, our new Wi-Fi portable IP phone. They can all receive streams from the GDS series as well. All right. We have a question to answer. Okay. So yeah, those are the key benefits that you definitely want to make sure you point out when it comes to our security solutions to your customers. Last but not least, I just want to make sure to mention our Partner Connect resources that we have available here for those who aren't familiar with Partner Connect when you're watching this. So Partner Connect is our great sort of partner portal that we have. You can find it on our website, and if you're not registered, be sure that you do. Not only does it, if you're a reseller installer, give you access to a little bit more elevated support, to a little bit elevated support, but also you have plenty of sales tools that are available here, from product presentations to comparison charts. If you're looking for a little bit more detailed information about how to market our devices or useful guides or anything, you can definitely find this here as well through our marketing materials that we have available. from our guides, product brochures, data sheets if you need them. Of course, all of our product images, logos, banners, whatever you need to help set up any type of imagery for your website or marketing materials or emails or whatever you like to do. Of course, we also have our education and community sections. Great way to stay active within the Grandstream community. We definitely also give access to the forums through there as well. Of course, if you're looking to sort of further your Grandstream education, further the information you want to know about our devices, how to use them, whether it be technical or marketing side, you can definitely do that through the education tab. Definitely something I wanted to point out. But yeah, that completes our overview, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop back over here. Just 1 second. Here we go. All right. So I am back. Let me stop sharing my screen. Nope. All right, cool. So yeah, like I said, guys, that pretty much concludes just the overall, marketing review, just when it comes to all of our devices, our solutions, the total solution, and just kind of how to talk about Grandstream in general. Like I mentioned, this is going to be available online, and a fair amount of you are probably in the future, you'll be watching this just as one of our tools that we're going to supply just for new resellers and installers, just to give them an overview of how to market our solutions. But now I'm just going to real quick answer any marketing-based questions you guys have here via the Q&A. Looks like Phil got you, James. But yeah, it's more of a technical question, so I think you're all set there. All right. Okay, looks like we're all good on the chat as well. Okay, guys. Well, hey, thank you all so much for joining. Really appreciate it. I noticed a fair amount of you joined late. Don't sweat it. I'm going to also just kind of send out the recording of this webinar as well, and with the presentation, just so that you guys will all have it. I know I covered a lot of information, but both will be available online, but I'll also follow up with it. Thank you all for taking a moment of your Friday to come by and sort of watch, get a little bit more information on marketing our devices. Really appreciate it. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out and let us know afterwards in that follow-up email. I just noticed I never mentioned it in the beginning, but my name's Brian. I'm a marketing manager here at Grandstream. So yeah, if you guys need to talk to anyone, feel free to reply to my email. But anyway, have a great weekend, guys. Take care.